SQL database encryption helps in enhancing security by limiting data loss. Databases are encrypted for security purposes. Once encrypted, it becomes quite difficult to decrypt your database objects. In order to decrypt SQL Server database, you have to rely on a trustable solution. We bring you the best solution with SysTools SQL Decrypter software. Now let's check out the main features of the software. The tool helps in removing encryption from Microsoft SQL database objects, and supports dual login mode for Windows and SQL Server authentication. Decrypts SQL stored procedure, triggers, views etc. and supports SQL Server 2019 and below versions. Now let's check out the prerequisites before installing the software. If you are using any of the Windows versions mentioned here, then please launch the tool as run as administrator. Make sure that Microsoft.NET version mentioned here is pre-installed on your system. And also make sure that that connection is enabled, either by SQL Server Management Studio, or by tsql command. Now let's check out the method of enabling dedicated administrator connection in SQL Server, via SQL Server Management Studio. Choose server name from the drop-down option. After making the appropriate selection, click Connect button below to proceed. Then right-click on the current SQL Server instance, and choose Facets option from the context menu. Then from the Facets drop-down option, choose Surface Area Configuration. Then set Remote DAC Enabled option as True. And click OK. You can also enable DAC connection in SQL Server database, via tsql command. For more information, you can check the URL provided below. Now open the Windows Services Manager option. From the Services console, select SQL Server option, then right-click and hit Start button. Generally you can right-click to start the services. But if that connection fails, follow the same method, and choose Properties option, then enter following parameters in the field, and hit Start button to proceed. After starting SQL Server, right-click and start SQL Server Agent and SQL Server Browser options as well. After restarting the services using SQL Server Configuration Manager, open SysTools SQL Decrypter software, in order to decrypt encrypted Microsoft SQL database. The software comes with a simple and user-friendly interface. Click Start button to initiate the database decryption process. In the next window, you can see further options to connect. Choose Server Name drop-down to select server name. And below you can see two login mode options. Here you can choose either Windows Authentication or SQL Server Authentication option, depending on your requirements. Now let's choose the Windows Authentication option in our example. Now from the Database Name option field below, you can choose the encrypted database and hit Next button below. You can preview the decrypted scripts here. Then hit Next button to proceed. Software provides option to export database either to SQL Server, or you can choose SQL Server compatible SQL scripts option. Now let's choose the SQL Server option in our example. And in the output mode, you can either choose without encryption option, or with encryption option, depending on your requirements. Let's select the without encryption option in our example. Select the components you wish to export, from the left panel. Then you have to choose the server name from the drop-down. And choose desired login mode option. Before choosing the destination database option, you have to create a dummy database, and transfer all the existing tables which contains encrypted objects into it. Then choose the dummy database name from the drop-down option below. And hit Export button to proceed. Now you can see the file exporting process in progress, and after the process completes successfully, Export Report window appears with further details. Now open Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio in order to preview the decrypted SQL database. Select the database into which the data has been migrated, and here you can see decrypted procedures, functions, triggers and views of your SQL Server database. We are looking forward to hearing from you. Please share your valuable comments and suggestions below. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Log on to the given product page for more details and purchasing the product. For any query, mail us to support@systoolsgroup.com. Thank you for watching.